Well, hello, everybody. I am not Red's Rhetoric. This is Boolinator, and I am here because I have a very dear friend of mine who is having some issues. But before we get to that, I am going to give some directions to the moderators in the chat. This is not a stream where we are going to tolerate trolls, people talking about the non sequitur show drama, or people talking about Unirock. If any of that shit occurs, go ahead and time them out, and if they keep it up, feel free to let me know or hide them yourselves. I don't care. We can damage control after the fact. Red's Rhetoric may be joining later on if the stream is still going on, but if we reach the goal, which I hope we do, then we'll go ahead and conclude the stream. So without further ado, I'd like to pass this over to Ilya Moon. Ilya Moon, please let us know what's going on and how we can help.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get through this the best that I can, guys. I am a bit emotional because this community is amazing, but it started about a month ago. I had a very severe jaw and toothache, and I went to the dentist, right? And they did full bone X-rays and everything, and they had determined, that my teeth were actually cracking down the middle straight through the root, but a mass also showed up. So they sent me to an oral oncologist and did a biopsy on it, and it came back as osteosarcoma, stage 1. And so it is stage 1. It has not spread, which is good. We've caught it really early. I'm really glad, too, that we've caught it early. But I am going to be going through radiation as well as surgery once I'm through radiation, because the point of the radiation, of course, is to help shrink it and help to get the and kill the cells, basically. So once I'm done with my treatments, then I'm going to have the surgery to remove it. They want to get it, they want to shrink it until they can actually get it out, because right now it's wrapped in some nerves. So if they remove it right now, they're worried about cutting in the nerves, which would not be fun or pleasant. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place right now. I did have them top up some estimates for me so I could have those at my fingertips, which Bull does have and can show you guys. We have redacted certain information out of both my first bill, because I have my first bill, and the estimates as well, just to protect personal information of mine. But Bull does have that, and he can show you guys. I'm looking right now to try to raise $2,500. The estimates do show $4,500 is what the estimates are, but that is worst case scenario. As of right now, I am just trying to gain the 2,500 right now, which is what we know we're going to have to do. My deductible has already been paid, and my partials for once this is done, because I'm losing all of my teeth in the back of my mouth from this. So my partials and stuff are also paid for. It's just the 2,500 out of pocket expenses for the radiation treatments that I don't have. Also, there is a GoFundMe link. If you do a super chat, remember YouTube takes 30%, and it'll be a while before Reds can even get it to me. So preferably use the GoFundMe account, and that way it'll get to me. This community has been awesome, and I could not have made it through everything that's been going on without the team of people that support me here. And this has been really hard for me to go through. It's one of the reasons I kind of took a step back a little bit, because, I just need to focus on my health, and that's what I'm doing right now. So it's very important to me to focus on me and focus on my health. That's why I'm not hosting on my show right now. That's why I'm not doing any of that, right? It's why I'm taking a step back from all of that. And I have made some amazing friends in this community, and I know that sometimes we don't always get along, and sometimes there's a little bit of things that happen behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, we're all still in this together. And I don't know, I just am very appreciative of everyone who's donated and everyone who's been there, and it means a lot to me. It is stage one. It hasn't spread, so we're getting it early, which means that I'm going to beat this. And when I beat this, we're going to celebrate. We're going to have the biggest celebration stream ever. And we're going to give back to you guys. So thank you so much. Um, some of the symptoms with radiation, of course, is dry mouth, dry skin, all of that good stuff, which I have consistently right now. So I'm not going to really stay on the call, but I wanted to kind of come in, explain. I'm sorry if it was jumbled. If you want to ask me questions, you can Twitter me or get me on Discord, and maybe I'll be a little bit more put together in my response. This is just, a little bit hard for me. So I'm sorry, but thank you all for joining, and thank you for all the help.
Well, you're welcome, Ilya. And I think I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Christ Puncher now. Because he has the most information, aside from Ilya, of course. And Ilya needs to take care of herself, so she can drop whenever she's ready. And we'll take it from here, sweetie.
Okay. Yeah. As far as that goes, there's not much that I can say that hasn't been said, but yeah, that's basically what it is. First, I want to say thank you to everyone for showing up and showing support. And I want to give a big thank you to Red's Rhetoric for letting us use his channel for this. So thank you very much, Reds. And yeah, let's just, like we said, we're shooting for 2,500. So we'll basically go for, I'm not sure if we agreed on how long as of yet, but if we do happen to get to that, then we'll say, hey, we're there, and we'll kind of let it go from there, I guess. Other than that, I don't know too much else of what to say right now, but that's the plan so far.
Well, let's take a look at these documents you sent me, these pictures.
All right.
So this kind of speaks to the state of the U.S. healthcare system. Right here, we have a quick pay statement. I guess this is like the initial kind of thing.
I'm personally not too familiar because I don't live in the States, so I've never really seen bills like this. But yeah, one is for like the first treatment, and I think a visit or two. One's the estimates that Ilya was talking about before, and then the other one is this. That one there. Sorry, I'm looking at the YouTube page. I'm a bit behind right now. Sorry. So yeah, then this one here with the totals, that is, I think that's just the estimate, what she was talking about the 4,500 in total. Yeah. So yeah, that's if it isn't dealt with for the, I guess, the initial amount of treatments. And so, like we said, hopefully it's gonna be at the 2,500 mark, and then if need be, we'll figure it out from there. But
yeah. This is more estimate stuff. This is a financial summary. As you can see, there's been some paid out, but this is insurance does not cover everything in the United States. She said she met her deductible, but I don't know. There's usually a percentage they pay, a negotiated rate. It's very complicated. We do have somebody who might have some insight into that. Quiddies Sprinkler, did you work for somebody who did medical billing?
Not medical billing. I did work in insurance for a while, and medical billing is definitely not my forte, so I don't want to say anything that's wrong. So yeah, I'm really not going to comment on this.
Okay. I thought you might have had more insight than that, but that's pretty much everybody in the United States.
Sorry. I'm afraid that I'll say something wrong, and everyone will let me have it for it. So
Helios575 says I can read that. I work in medical insurance. Yeah. So like they'll only pay. There's all these stipulations when it comes to insurance in the United States. There's only so much they'll pay out over a year or a lifetime. There's all these limitations on it, and depending on which plan you get, and you can't change plans in the middle of the year. You can't, and if you do change plans, all your pre-existing conditions start over. So this would qualify as a pre-existing condition if it's still ongoing if she were to switch plans. I want to thank the following two people. Little Ewan for $10 says his phone wouldn't work, so he super chatted $10. Thank you very much. And we also have Morten Nielsen for, I believe this is the second $500 Danish krona. Again, I know YouTube takes 30%, but I never listened. So, hey, for Ilya. Thank you very much, Morton.
Mm-hmm. And yes, that was the second from Morton, so thank you very much, Morton.
So, Cheshire's here. Let's talk to all the people that are here. I'll just kind of go down the list here. Cheshire, how are you tonight?
I need more tea. And I really want some freaking McDonald's for some reason, and that's it.
Oh, hey, speaking of... Second.
Yeah.
Did you know that in the States, at McDonald's, they don't have McChicken sauce?
Yeah, what the hell?
It's just mayo.
McDonald's
So
just
strange.
doesn't know what they're doing.
I know.
Or America just doesn't know what they're doing.
But we
I
do
don't
have the
understand.
we do have the McRib though.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Well, I think they do in other places here. They just don't happen to have it. They haven't had it where I live for a long time, but I'm jealous of that. Why do you got to rub that in my face, huh?
I live
And
in
you brought up the
Southern
McChicken.
I've also got art we can show on screen if and when we're ever ready. I'm currently drawing a D&D character, but I'm drawing a bard, but I'm taking them like a little bit out of the normal that you'd expect from a bard. And so I'm making a satyr, except he's like a tango dancer. So he's got his big hoof feet, and he's like, it's like he looks like a matador.
And to continue around the table here, you've already heard from Quiddies and Christ Puncher, but that last voice you heard, of course, was Glover Mom. How are you doing tonight?
I am good. I am good. Glad we're here for Ilya because she really needs some help. So
Because she hasn't been through enough this year.
exactly.
Right.
Yep. But that's a whole different stream.
Yes, that's a whole different stream.
I think I already did 2 of those.
Uh-huh.
Well, and that's just online stuff. That doesn't even begin to cover
Right.
the in real life
Oh,
stuff.
other
that
stuff.
that
Yeah.
Ilya has had
Yeah.
to put up with.
It's been a hard year for all of us, but especially worse for her.
Yeah.
So
But actually, sorry.
Go ahead.
Like I said, I'll send you a funny ass meme that someone sent me out 2020. I think I showed you that in Mom before. It made me laugh. I
you
think
probably have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll send it to Bullying. Someone just made me laugh so hard. I think it expresses how we all feel about 2020.
Okay, I am waiting. Or did you send it?
Well,
in
no,
the group?
I'll send it right now. Then if you want to keep talking, I'll send it to you.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything really much more to say other than please donate to the GoFundMe link. The super chats will go to Ilya, but again, YouTube likes to take their little percentage here and there, and
Right.
somebody's got to make that up. So, and we also have Magda. Magda, how are you tonight?
Hi, I just stopped crying. Otherwise, I'm doing good. I want to say I am in this community for about 1 year now, and Ilya Moon has become one of my closest friends, and she is one of the most awesome and loving and caring people I ever knew. And ever since she broke the news to us, I cried for 1 week when I found out, and now I just cry when I hear the words cancer or radiation. Also, maybe I kind of know what she's going through, because my father has cancer too. And well, this sucks, of course. And as a German, I can't even begin to imagine how shitty the American healthcare system is. I only know about it from what you told me, and that's why it's even more important that you, please, if you can, donate to her. Yeah, if you can. Otherwise, I'm just glad you're all here and for your wishes and love. Yeah.
And I want to echo what Magda said is my grandfather, though it wasn't the same cancer as Ilya, he went through skin cancer, had to have surgeries, which in the end is what finally killed him. I've gone through 2 bouts of skin cancer, so it's not fun, but you know, Ilya, they caught hers early enough, and I am positive it's going to be fine, it's going to be gone, and it's going to stay away.
Oh yeah,
that's what we
and
hope.
Ilya is hella strong. She is so strong.
Exactly.
Just saying to all of the guys in the chat, she's still working on our channel, and goddamn, you just have to admire her.
Yeah, well, and when somebody gets diagnosed with cancer like this, you can't just stop. You've got to keep going. Life still goes on. And to have a positive mindset goes along with the helping to get rid of it as well. So, Ilya, we're proud of you, honey. We love you.
Exactly.
You know? We got your back.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, and Morton Nielsen's like, Ilya, get your butt to Canada. I'm sure Punchy agrees. I'm like, yeah, once you come to Canada, we're gonna kick down the door to the hospital and walk in like we fucking own the place. Like, get all the tests. You know, everyone else in the country's gonna pay for it.
Just get her one of
Right.
every test.
Exactly. That's how it works.
That's for
you know?
everything.
I don't want
Yeah.
one test. I want all the tests.
Test her for
Tests.
hysterical pregnancy and
Denial, diabetes, achy
Yeah.
pelvis.
Test her for an achy breaky heart.
Test her for a deviated septum. You know, all these things.
test her for a deviated scrotum.
Don't think that one will go
Prostate,
too
you know,
well.
check the prostate while you're at it.
That one will probably come out negative, but
Probably.
it's Canada.
We were looking
It's
to
fine.
see if it had
Exactly.
metastasized to the prostate, only to find that the prostate did not exist. Oh, that's a-
Exactly.
Also, we have Mr. Victory here. So, Mr. Victory, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm glad we all came to show our support to lovely Ilya. This community is amazing, I have to say. Even through all the drama and stuff like that the last few years, everybody still comes together when we need support, and I admire that a lot.
Yes, I agree. Having been the recipient of a lot of that support in 2019 particularly, it's amazing what happens when the community comes together to get behind people. And as an example, last weekend we did a fundraiser for Marvel Girl. Marvel Girl has a puppy who needs some transportation. We did that, and then a couple weekends before that, on Schrodinger's Cats channel as well, we did a fundraiser for somebody to save them from losing their house, and we came up with, what was it, 25 grand for that purpose. So yes,
Yeah.
this community is absolutely amazing.
It is a
You guys
very
want to give
amazing.
me 25 grand just, cuz?
Yeah. I lost my house the other day. I got drunk and
misplaced
walked
it.
out and can't find it. Can you send me 25 grand?
Let's see here, and last but not least, of course, we have Prime
Don't forget to
Red.
donate for the. Don't
Hello,
forget to,
everybody.
Sorry, don't forget to donate for the butt hurt, by the way, because there's got to be a lot.
Oh
of people that
yes.
wanna see
Oh
that.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yes,
go
we all
ahead,
know
Tyler,
we all
my
know who
bad.
the butthurt is from. So please be generous.
Well, the
Yes.
good news is that Preparation H is not that expensive. So
That's right.
They're gonna have to start doing GoFundMe's for all the brought hurt.
I know. I
Exactly.
glad to be here, guys. Especially for this cause. Happy to be a part of it to help out Ilya, and I guess we're going to do what we need to do to get the money,
Yes, we are.
provided we don't break any laws, though.
Depends on who you talk to.
and well, I did DM you that the picture. I thought it was quite hilarious. It
Yes,
made
let
me
me
giggle.
let me pull this up. This is
Yes,
what
please.
2020 looks like.
Oh. This is amazing.
Exactly.
I saw that picture for the first time the other day, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that's
literally
amazing.
spit. I was laughing so hard.
That is so amazing.
If I can make a quick announcement, because live chat is telling me that whoa, we're halfway there.
Yes, we are. We're at
Whoa,
We are at
living on a
$1,245.
prayer.
So thank you all for donating. You're wonderful.
Yes, and that's just 1245, not including the super chats as well. So yeah, that's really
not, yes,
that's
that's
amazing.
just a GoFundMe.
Yes, it's just.
So
the
do you guys want-
GoFundMe.
That's my Seder that I'm working on.
Oh, look
Sure.
who's here! Look who's here!
No, don't look!
Wild
Look
Red-
away, quick! Don't look who's here! Oh God!
Whoa!
Get the mirrors
Oh,
out.
oh,
Yeah, look
God.
through mirrors.
Red, turn
Ah,
Hello,
your
Red.
webcam off. Oh
Hey,
my
Red.
god.
Jesus, dude, you can't just come into a chat like that. Even when it's your own channel.
Just a warning next time, please.
I was about to say, I kind of own this place.
Not tonight.
Well, not tonight.
You gotta get past Bull
I guess-
first.
I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot. My ship's been commandeered.
It's a mutiny.
It's a mutiny. Well, I couldn't think of a better reason for a mutiny, honestly. Well, guys, unfortunately, I won't be able to stay all that long. But I did want to say that, yeah, this community is absolutely amazing. I'm proud of the help that we're able to get. Ilya is a fighter, a champ, and honestly, a national treasure. And I'm happy to see that we're all coming together to fight against the incredibly fucked up American healthcare system.
God, yes.
Yeah, so Canada, take me away. Take me away, Canada.
How about this? Anyone
Well,
that
Punchy,
wants.
you're gonna have to marry Reds now. Good luck.
I was literally gonna say this. I was gonna say, anyone who wants to marry me, I would be
Yeah.
glad to be anyone's, wife, husband, bride. I don't care what you want to call me. I'll be that. You can come and we'll all be
Listen,
happy. Everyone's coming to Canada.
Listen, Christ Puncher, no promises, but check your DMs. Anyway, I just want to
Oh my lord! Sorry.
I want to quickly come on and say thank you all for donating, and I just want to reaffirm that if all you can do is super chat, if for some reason the link is not working, I did see that complaint. I do want people to know that 100% of the super chats will go to Ilya, so don't worry if you can't go in through the GoFundMe. Please do if you can. That way we don't have to wait for YouTube's processing, but any super chats, all super chats, they will go to Ilya, and thank you so much for donating. And with that, I am going to have to leave, but Ilya, you're a fighter, and we love you. So take care, people. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Red.
Thank
Bye.
you, Red.
And again,
Bye,
Red,
Red.
thank you so much for letting us use your channel for this, because
Yeah,
you can reach so many more people than we can.
That was awesome.
And I would like to say, as much as I'd like to marry Punchy, I work in miles. I don't work in kilometers, so it's just not going to work out.
See, that's the thing. Like that's an American thing, because from what I've found, Canadians have no problem talking in both.
A
Well,
lot, yeah.
Do you guys have a lot of oil? Because if
Yes.
so,
In-
we can
oh, yeah,
just invade
Alberta.
you and take your health care.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
funny
good
because
luck.
Alberta
Hey,
has
invading is
oil.
my thing.
Oh dear!
Hey.
Oh dear! Oh my!
No, For the past 50 years, it's been our thing.
Yes, yes, it has. We took it over.
Yeah, you may have had the original.
You
but
took taking it over.
we perfected taking over. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Just
We're
a
the
little
U.S.
bit.
Damn it! Come on.
America.
Wow, I just looked at our raising fundraiser, and we're almost half there already.
Yeah, well,
You guys are
We're
amazing.
over halfway there
we're
now.
over halfway now. We're at 13.15
Oh,
on
we
the
are.
GoFundMe,
Wow.
and then we just keep on getting more and more in the super chats here. And so once that's all factored in the exchange and all that, yeah, it's like we're getting so close. And you guys are all really fucking
We're
amazing.
getting dick dollars. We're getting sex.
Should we do a sex dance?
Oh, I'm doing a sex
Well,
dance.
well, we can, but we're all
You can't
avatars. I don't
see
think
it,
they can see us.
I think
My
character
dog's
is-
staring at
the thing
me.
I'm drawing is already doing it.
Well, how
Because
about
I
this?
am naked doing a sex dance.
Oh, see, you know,
Well, how about
you're lucky
this?
you don't have a cat.
I will. I'll give you guys a really crappy joke in lieu of a sex dance. Then, let's see.
Oh boy.
Unirock's got a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
What a crappy joke.
Anyway, okay. Let's see. Oh, this one's really bad. What do you call a monkey that loves Doritos?
What?
A
Me,
chipmunk.
hello.
Boo.
You wanted to use that laugh
Boo.
track.
Get off
Yeah,
the
you need to use
stage.
the track again.
I did. It's funny as a laugh track. I've gotten really
What we
obsessed
need
with
is
laugh
Mr.
tracks.
Sirris's laugh from yesterday, from Pope It Again. Jokes like that.
Oh, and I was gonna say as well. So people were asking about a PayPal link. So I'm gonna put this one in. This is Mr. Vic's PayPal. We didn't really set one up for this. We didn't really think about it. But if you can send my PayPal, the link is there. And if you just put a message saying, for Ilya, then he'll make sure it gets to her. And if anyone wants to, we can obviously make sure we can send you like a screenshot so that way you know it has gone. But it is there.
You can
If
send
anyone,
a screenshot of the receipt.
yes.
Punchy, by the way, you might have a taker. NANA said in the chat, Punchy would make a lovely wife.
Oh, I already knew
know
that.
that.
I already knew that Nana thought that.
No.
I'm just saying after that Nathan Thompson's Brain Training Academy commercial he did, I've never really seen him, but after I saw it, I was like, damn.
Yeah, when we were filming
love
that, I
it.
was checking your ass out.
I love the run you did too. The little run you did. It's so cute.
My friend is funny because Quiddies and I were filming that at 9:30, 10 o'clock on a Sunday evening. So my roommates probably heard me doing it. They're like, "What the hell is he doing down
Yeah, what's going on down there?
Screaming in falsetto about the flat earth.
That was funny.
I mean, that's what Nathan Thompson does all the time. So
Very
Yeah,
Right,
true.
it can't
right.
be that
Oh
weird.
god, the nightmares.
And at least
I
Punchy
mean-
was in his house when he did it,
Yeah.
That's
not
True.
next to an elementary
wasn't-
school
Yeah.
Yeah, like
or
crazy
chasing a
person.
school bus.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Good times. But we have some more ideas for those coming up. So stay tuned.
Speaking of crazy flat earthers, what's the deal with Pratt of Global Mom?
Yes. He's being an idiot like he always is.
A special
Daniel
kind
Pratt
of idiot,
calling-
though.
He's
No,
being
not Just a standard flat Earth idiot.
he's actually worse,
Yeah, it's worse.
in my
It's-
He's
opinion.
being a Pratt.
He's walking around calling people slanderous things right now.
Yeah, that's
The P word.
That's all he's doing. That's all he's doing.
It's common for flat Earthers, though.
But then again, he says we're all irrelevant. But he
It-
keeps calling people out.
Prime Red. It is common for flat earthers, but this
Not like
particular
this.
particular accusation is quite heinous, and it's totally
is.
unfounded, and it's not something you just go around calling people.
Oh, yeah.
It's how he's lost his channel before and will probably lose his channel
Yes.
again.
Yep.
Yes.
He doesn't
And-
care about that. He's going to create a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's already created 2. He created another one today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to because the other one got taken down.
Actually, no, it's still there.
Really? Last time I clicked it, so this channel's been shut down by.
No, he has two. They're both called Daniel Pratt.
Oh, okay, so I must have went through the old one then.
Yeah. So if you look up Daniel Pratt and hit channel, you'll see two, and they're right there. Those are both his channels.
Yeah, I don't want to give him the view though.
Yeah. No. But he I think he put the other one out, so in case the videos were moved off of one, he's got the other one to throw them up on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
Throwing up. That's a good way of putting it.
Throwing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's being particularly vile right now, and it's yeah, it needs to be stopped.
What do you guys
So-
think of my?
It looks good.
I like it.
My tango.
Really cool.
My tango bard, satyr bard.
I'm glad you
Looks
fixed
good,
it.
Josh.
That was really bothering
Very
me.
That's
So I was gonna say
pretty
I'll say one thing quickly. A bit of T and Danish was asking what I said about the PayPal link. So we didn't set up a PayPal link specifically for this because we didn't think about it. But since a couple people in the side chat were asking, I threw that PayPal link up there. I'll put it in the chat again here. But so it's Mr. Vix. So if anyone wants to send via PayPal, just maybe leave a little note or message just saying for Ilya. And if anyone wants just to make sure, we can always give them a screenshot or a receipt or something. So
Yeah,
I'll put it in the chat again. So
It
just-
will definitely go to Ilya.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, I was gonna. Oh yeah, Quiddies. Do you remember in The Simpsons when they go to Brazil and then there's the dance instructors like we're working on one now that makes sex look like a church. And she's like, I don't think my daughter should be hearing this. You can't protect her forever. You silly.
Yep.
That's a good episode. They get in the cab that kidnaps them, and the cab driver tells them they're being kidnapped, and Homer's sitting there and he looks over and Bart just gets out of the cab and runs away.
Save his own butt.
Should we let live chat decide the colors?
Yeah.
Ooh, something to
Sure.
do.
Sounds good.
The Simpsons has been on for like 57 years. How do you guys remember all this stuff?
Well, yeah, the thing is,
Punchy and I are Simpsons nerds.
They
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
you can't have us on at the same time without one of us bringing it up at least like 10 times.
And if you don't start donating, chat, we will sing the Mr. Plow jingle.
Oh no,
I wonder if that would get a copyright claim.
it might. I wouldn't do it if I were you.
No.
We don't want
But
that
you're not
to
a
happen.
real Simpsons fan unless you can sing the Spanish version, the Plow King Spanish version.
Oh, that
Are
is
you
sad.
gatekeeping? Sounds like you're gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very gatekeepery.
Oh, he needs a goatee. Oh my god, he needs a goatee.
Yes, Christian. Nerds.
Proud nerds. Yeah, proud nerds.
Proud nerds. Hey,
Very
I
proud.
remember when The Simpsons were on the Tracy Ullman show. That's how old
Yes,
I
I do
am.
too.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I do too.
We'll see. I wasn't alive. The first full 30-minute slot came out in December 1989, and I was born in June 1990. So I just missed it. But even if I was alive, I wouldn't have been old enough to actually watch it or remember it.
Right.
Right.
Well, I was in second grade when the show actually started, and Lisa was in the second grade when the show started. So technically,
Yeah.
Lisa and I are the same age.
Yeah, true.
But
Well, it's
she-
funny.
Bears.
for someone as smart as Lisa is, she seems to be getting held back an awful lot. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna
Well,
say,
there was that one time where she got moved into the third grade, and then Bart got moved back into the third grade.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's
that
right.
episode.
I never understood that episode because she was struggling in the third grade, but in another episode it said she had like 156 IQ or something.
Yeah. Well, typical TV show inconsistencies, I
Yeah.
would say.
Now, I get it that
This is the
it
Simpsons,
doesn't
like,
matter. Sorry.
They randomly had a giant fucking mountain for one episode. That
Oh yeah.
appears after, so.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like, I understand it doesn't matter how high your IQ is. You're not gonna know something without being told. Like, you're not gonna know what the capital of a place is if you don't know. So I can understand
True.
her not knowing certain things of tests.
IQ is not really about smarts in a way, you know.
That's true.
But you would think that given the information, how easy it is at that grade, it wouldn't be hard for her to process it. But,
True.
I wouldn't
Wow,
know. My
okay.
IQ is only
So,
62.
hey guys, I got a couple PayPal already that I'm sending to it. One is from the TMI show, which was
Okay.
$500.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Another-
Thank you,
another
whoever
one
did that.
was,
Thank you so much.
I'm not sure who it is, but it's Bunny Bikini Land. Was LLC was also $50.
Oh, yay.
So what does that
Nice.
bring our estimated total to? Because we've had some conversion issues with dick dollars and
Yeah.
sex.
I can't tell you because I can't do math because I only have a 62 IQ.
62 IQ. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, sorry, can't help you. I do an art. I got a tango bard.
Well, I don't have the numbers. I'm asking the people who have numbers. So Mr. Vic is probably the best person to figure all that out because he's got access to
Yeah.
everything.
All right,
I was just
so-
told to put the link in the chat. No one told
This
me
dude
numbers.
makes, like,
Yeah. I'm showing
seductive eyes.
1,315 on the GoFundMe right now.
So
Yes, I
1350.
don't know.
I
the-
just refreshed.
Looks like 1315 I got on mine.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So 1315 plus 500 is 1815 plus.
Oh,
the,
yay.
The estimated.
Plus 50 as well.
Right.
Yeah, and also
So
keep in mind
1865.
this is an American, so like this is $1 million bajillion in my currency, so it's
We could
That's
buy
right.
Canada with this.
it's true.
We wouldn't
I
even
always-
need to invade.
I always just think of that on Eurotrip when he gives them the nickel, the American nickel. A nickel. Slaps them. I start
Yeah,
my
I know.
own hotel.
I quit.
I know,
will buy
Punchy, when
my
I
own
sent when I
hotel.
sent you some money recently on PayPal, it was like from me it was like a 1.25 or something conversion rate.
And it's gone up a little bit. It was at one point.
Yeah, it's
It was
never
te-
the same every day.
It was at 73 cents on the dollar at one point. I think it's gone back up to 75 now, but either way, it's always right around there. But
Right.
Well, that's what happens when your currency is predicated on a stock market.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens
It
when
changes
your
every day.
money smells
Yeah.
like maple syrup.
yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Plus, our money has windows. You can see through it.
Yes. Brainy showed that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was funny. But it's like, yeah, then you can see then you can see if someone's coming to steal your money.
And it's holographic. Like the bills at least.
Yes, I mean, our money our money might be worth less than yours, but it looks way nicer. And
Yeah,
and
it looks cool.
And your money has to be a different color, otherwise you got to pull a whole wad out just to find whatever denomination you're looking for. It's a pain in the
Yes.
Well, I
butt.
think
That
our
was-
tens have color on it, and I believe hundreds now do.
They
too, I'm
have.
not sure.
They
Yeah.
have.
It's all green. Stop lying.
No, they
Hey,
have
real
actually
quick, real
put.
quick, hang on,
but
real
they're
quick.
still.
Mr.
they're still-
Vic,
Yes.
can you
Yeah.
verify Heat Shield just asked, is this the right PayPal? It redirected to the wrong one before. Can you verify that's the right PayPal?
Yeah, let me click on it. Yep, that is me.
Okay. So Heat Shield, you're good now.
It
Okay,
redirected
continue.
to the wrong PayPal? That's concerning. If somebody
Yeah.
donates to the wrong
There was
PayPal.
one that I think it had like N in my name. So
Yeah, I saw LYNDELL, and it's not
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
It's LYDELL.
yes,
There's no
that's
N.
the right one. There's no N.
LYDELL.
You could probably pop it up again, paste it again.
Yeah, go ahead and paste it. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
But somebody else can.
Can I address something in the chat?
Sure.
Or are we still with the...
Yeah.
with
Go
the
for it.
Kristen Frost Laser Beams wrote in the chat, what is a normal IQ to have? I am embarrassed to ask, though I've never taken an IQ test outside of kindergarten to get into a nerd school. So I heard, because immediately it came through my mind that some scientists tested something, and I heard you need at least an IQ of 20 to get up and tie your shoelaces.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Well,
if you can get up and tie your shoelaces, you at least have an IQ of 20.
So
Yeah,
flat
well-
earthers are screwed.
19 at
Yeah.
least,
Well,
or at most.
Yeah. So, well, what I've heard is that when it comes to like standardized IQ tests, I think it's I'm not sure. I'm assuming they probably changed for your age and all that too. But it's 100. Yeah, it's 100 is the average IQ. So
Which means
Oh, that
that
seems
there's
a lot.
50% of the people on the planet are under that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
yeah, well, it's like George Carlin
mostly-
said. Just think of how dumb the average person is, and think that most of them are even dumber than that.
You do realize that it's only like the 17 morons we have to deal with on the internet on a regular basis all have an IQ of like 13 and they're just dragging the average down.
It's true.
Right.
Oh, no,
It's a
no,
curve.
there's a lot of people out there with double-digit IQs.
Yeah, that's
Double.
There's a
That's
lot of
awfully
people
nice
in
of
the
you.
flat Earth community with double-digit IQs.
Yes.
It's nice of you to give them 2.
yeah. If your age
Exactly.
if your age ever exceeds your IQ, you're not really that smart.
Right.
I've never done an IQ
Or your
test. I'm
shoe
just talking
size.
my ass. I don't fucking. I have no idea.
Right.
Listen, I had some people who say that they're really, really smart tell me that mine has to be a 62. So I'm just sticking with it.
There you go. Just like you're
It's okay.
perpetually 17, right?
Right, and it's okay because like Forrest Gump in the movie only had like an IQ of 42, and he would have believed in me, so I believe in myself.
Right.
I choose
Hell
to
yeah.
believe in him. Or he had like an 80 something. I don't remember. He's whatever. He's 70 something. I don't remember if he was higher or lower than me. I think he was higher.
It was something.
Well, can you tie your shoelaces? Or do you have Velcro shoes?
I have slip-on shoes.
I wear flip-flops. Screw
Velcro.
you.
I mean, this may be very telling, but all of my shoes, I tie them loose enough that I'd never have to tie them again. I just slip them on.
Aw.
That is
So
really
even like my
good for
tennis
your
shoes.
ankles.
A
They're
hundred-
Yeah, I
pretty
have to wear,
tied.
I wear slip-ons.
An
It's easier for me.
IQ of 120 is above average.
Yes.
To
Okay.
address Icarus in the chat, but it is not like super duper smart either. And here's the thing about another thing about IQ tests is they're not like it's almost a meaningless number because
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, it
different
is.
people learn in different ways, a lot of different ways. So the IQ test might not work on somebody who learns in a different way, but is actually really smart. So it's kind
It's
of
the same thing as like standardized testing. Standardized testing only works for some people. Other people are able to test or like are better at testing one way versus another way versus how they learn. Like the school isn't good. The current school systems aren't always what's best for everyone.
Right,
Which is why
right.
I think it's ridiculous. It's like, oh, people don't learn the same way, but we expect
Right,
everybody
right.
to learn at the same rate in every subject at every
Yeah.
age. It's like, why? Why would you do? It should just be a
Yeah, you
point
can't.
system.
Yeah, it's too hard. Yes, it's difficult for a lot of people.
If you're good at English, you should be allowed to advance faster in English. If you're good at math,
Correct.
you should be allowed to advance
Yeah.
faster in math.
Yeah, and it's like, some people are good at English and math and science and language, and then you have me, and I'm good at. So anyway, where were we?
Dance. Interpretive dance.
Yes. Oh, I'm the best interpretive dance.
Different
Still,
types of fast food.
Yes, I can literally.
Sexy.
I can tell the difference between butter, and I can't believe it's not butter.
No, you
Oh,
can't.
Wow.
No, you
That's-
can't, Punchy. That's impossible. No one can.
Oh my god, this guy's face.
It will make. We're working on a dance that will make sex look like a church.
He is. Look at this man.
It's true.
He's
Like,
a
I'm-
bard. He's got charisma out the ass.
Yeah, I'm
and
some-
also he's got a charismatic ass.
I am.
Them
super
some
great.
tail.
bedroom eyes right there.
I don't know about anybody else, but that little smirk she gave him is kind of turning me on.
Me too.
Mm.
Kind of turning me on too.
Okay, we're all turned on. Dang it.
Good,
I'm
he's
not-
a bard. That's exactly the effect he should have. He has one job, and it's to seduce the dragon.
And it
Just
takes
to
a lot
annoy
to
the
do
DM.
this, right?
I
I
just want to say
a
with,
dragon once.
with PayPal and GoFundMe, we're at 1865 from the last count.
Nice.
And then there's still the super chats on top of that, so we're getting really
Yeah.
close. You guys are
Yeah.
all
We're
amazing.
around 2,000 at least.
Oh,
Right.
sweet.
And I just want to
Nice.
say, I just sent Ilya all the PayPal that came to me. so she has it in her account.
Awesome.
I
Great.
think the thing that's doing it for me for this guy is his crazy chest hair because he's a satyr.
It kind of looks like my chest hair.
Nice.
I have a sweater on my chest.
See, I don't have any
Austin
chest.
Powers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't. Well, I don't really have any chest hair or body hair for that matter, but I do have like 1 or 2 hairs on my nipples. So there's that.
So that's
Oh,
what
me too.
Congratulations.
All right. Well, Chesh has nipple hair.
Yeah.
You learn something
Congratulations,
every day.
everyone. You learned something tonight.
Well, yeah, winter's coming. We live in Canada.
That's right.
I don't know what you're expecting. Is this new information?
She's getting
I
her
also
winter
drink
coat. Hello. Come
Yeah.
on.
I also drink a buttload of rum and whiskey, so
But she's a goblin. I mean, come on, think about it.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't get it.
Right?
I saw a great.
People. No.
It was like a bad woman's anatomy post, and it was essentially saying that this guy was complaining about. They were talking about shaving for like how young should a girl start shaving her legs at if she wants to or whatever. And some guy was like, "Ew, it's unnatural. You have to shave your legs as early as possible or something."
Oh,
What do
jeez.
you mean it's
Bullshit.
unnatural?
It's
If not
unnatural.
supposed to be-
Literally
And so-
the
Hair on
opposite.
your legs for a reason. Hello.
well, he's like, no, you can't do that. And she's like, I mean, it's a natural thing. Like, it's not that weird to have leg hair. It grows there, right? Like, what are you talking about? And the guy's
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, you could get tumors, and those are like,
Oh,
you don't
God.
want
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Immediately, everybody was like, wow, look at this man. Imagine being so stupid as to make a comparing like,
Like,
to a
fine,
tumor
dude, if you're going to complain about hair on legs, women's legs, then I want you to shave your scrotum, okay? Do something like that. Well, hair naturally grows there. Okay, my point taken.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
I think
Want to see
I
how
think
hairy my
uh,
legs are?
Mom.
I live by myself with a dog.
Yes.
Like,
I think we have a really good request in the chat.
Hmm?
Vegan Atheist Coral says that you should braid your nipple hair.
Oh, God.
So, you know,
How about dye it like you do the underarm hair?
turn your webcam on and let's watch you braid. I want to see how you braid nipple hair.
Do you braid them like together to make more cleavage, or what? I don't know.
And then for me, like,
I don't
Yeah,
think I
just trust the
could.
strength.
I only have
I'm just
to do
examining
hair.
my boob now just to see if I can.
Just like, yeah,
You just have to check it out.
I don't think
I mean,
can
as
do
long
it.
as you have 3 hairs growing out of your nipple, then
Oh, that's
you're
funny.
good.
Yeah, but they have to
Oh, I
be
know.
long enough and close enough together, and give me a couple weeks to grow it out, and we'll see. I'll give it a shot.
If it grows
All right.
out.
yeah. Well, and for me, like, yeah, I'm out because like I think I have 2. The rest is all peach fuzz, and I think it's 1 on each nipple. So
So just grow them really, really long and then tie them together.
there you go. That's what I'll do. Oh, it's funny. One time when I was talking to Ilya,
Do a
back-
comb over.
I started with facial hair, and for anyone that see me knows I can't really grow facial hair. I just have this little mustache and this little beard thing. But I was joking one time, I was like, you know what I could do is I could put my hair down around my face, then just tie it up around my chin, and I did that. And she's like, don't ever do that again.
You're a facial hair? I just thought you were always dirty.
Yeah, that too.
I know.
Yeah,
You just need to wash your face all the time.
Yeah, I drink a lot of chocolate milk and don't wash it off, so it gives the illusion.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Ah.
Careful, you're gonna get chocolate milk poisoning.
Oh, Punchy, this reminds
Oh,
me
God.
of this. No, of this one episode from The Simpsons where I don't know what the plot was, but Homer is shaving and he looks really weird because he's all yellow and no beard, and then he takes a spray can, I think it says beard or something, and sprays his beard back on.
Oh yeah, it was stubborn.
Hey, Josh, Slick X 666 says nipple dreadlocks.
Oh my god, if I'm not enough.
Oh!
So I actually, from time to time, if I don't
That's
use
funny.
the right deodorant,
Oh no.
then I will get dreadlocks in my armpit hair.
I'm on fire.
Oh,
I could have
Yeah, see
lived
that-
my entire life without that information.
Really?
Like, I have to use
So I
a
can-
certain brand of deodorant, otherwise I will get armpit dreadlocks.
Okay.
And have you ever tried to pick a dreadlock out of your armpit? It is painful.
No,
Yeah.
no one has
In
ever
honor-
had that happen to them. You're the only
Hey
one.
Punchy, hey Punchy, in honor of Ilya's single counter, let's start a Magda single counter. One.
So-
All I can say
You
is
love my hairy body.
Oh, okay.
do.
Like Austin Powers has nothing on me.
Oh God.
Okay,
Well, I was
so
gonna say-
you do realize that I need you to take pictures now, and I need you to send me pictures now, so I can so I can use them to help me create like the most eclectic OnlyFans page ever.
That'd be funny.
Hey, but did you ever notice how Austin Powers' chest hair is shaped like, meat and potatoes?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Mine's shaped like a dick and balls.
Well, when I was in college, my chest hair was still coming in, and it was patchy. So, like, above my right man boob, I had this, like, thick patch. And then, like right in the middle, I had a thick patch. And then down, like the very bottom of my chest, I had a thick patch.
You must
And then
have been
everywhere
the
else
most
was kind of thin.
intimidating high schooler.
Yeah. But, yeah, now, it just looks like I'm wearing a sweater all the time.
I dated a guy like that. It was great. He had leg hair long enough that you could like twist it and make like little spikes. So it's like it wasn't
God.
quite long enough to become dreadlocks, but his armpit hair, you totally could. If I had thought about it at the time, I totally would have.
Oh yeah, my leg hair. One of my friends used to like sneak up on me when I was wearing shorts, and like just rub my leg really fast to create dreadlocks, just to piss me off.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds
Was
like
that was that in Scary Movie 1 or 2 where they have this pageant,
Number one.
pageant
Number one.
and this one girl has
Yeah.
threads or braided on the, and then she lifts her armpits and it was braided.
Or the scary movie sex scene is something to behold.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah. Well, she's in the bathtub and she's shaving and she shaves her armpits and then she just takes the razor and shaves her tongue. And then she farts and she sniffs it and her eyes roll back in her head and her head falls back.
Aw.
What,
And then, yeah, they
like
have the-
bubbles or something like that?
Do what?
I thought she like giggles and say bubbles. And then she
Yeah,
passes
and
out.
then she says like, "Ooh, bubbles,"
Yeah.
and then she sniffs it, and that's when her eyes roll back in her head.
By the way, I
And then
just
the sex scene when he pulls her panties down, and you see this gigantic afro pop up,
Yeah,
and
take
he
a
gets
weed
a
whacker
hedge
to it.
trimmer and starts trimming it out.
I actually really enjoyed that and Don't Mess with the Zohan. When he's like, maybe it's suffocating.
God.
No,
Oh,
not
I remember that.
it's
Okay,
a
yeah.
push. It's a pushing.
I love that movie.
I just want to say, Red's rhetoric. Sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Everyone that knows our group, I know, knows this is how we are when we're together. Dang it.
Yeah, and Mort Nielsen has a good point. Someone, not saying who, since we are not allowed to, hint hint, is going to have a long stream about this being a scam.
Oh, I am sure.
I cannot wait. I'm enjoying that him and his crew have to sit there and listen to us fucking have a great old time talking about dreading nipple
Oh
hair.
yeah, and you know that they're here because this stream has 16 dislikes.
Of
Mhm.
course.
Oh,
So they are here.
Who?
But the problem
Wait,
is
I gotta
they're
say
all
this.
so stupid that they come in chat trying to troll and get
Yep.
banned. So they can't actually
yeah.
be in chat during this to troll us.
Yeah.
So they just come and leave their down votes
You're
and
idiots.
You know, they could
scurry
just come
back
and have
into
a
their
good
hole
time.
that
We're
they
not
came
so
from.
bad. Most of the time, we're pretty
How
chill.
crappy of a
Yes.
person do you have to be to downvote a charity stream for cancer?
I
That's
know.
pretty
God.
crappy. Like
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
a hate boner, guys. That's what a hate
That
boner
That is a
for
hate
you.
boner.
You know, you
Oh
have a
yeah,
big
guys.
life when-
So If we do get more than $2,500, then Ilya will spend the rest of it on vape juice.
Yes.
All right, come on. Okay, so this is actually okay. We're just kidding. This whole thing was just for vape juice. We need
Yeah.
all.
That's
the
right.
vape
It's all about vape juice.
Yes, we're
We
going
lied.
to
We're sorry.
vape like kings.
We're getting the good stuff too. Not
Big,
this
Yeah.
cheap
giant
little crap. We want the
clouds of
best.
vape. Big giant clouds of vape.
Speaking of who should not be named, I'm looking on Twitter. He threw one up with his PayPal on it.
Of course he
course.
did.
It's like, dude, can you not e-bag enough for your vape juice?
I mean, to
Seriously.
be fair, he's like a cancer.
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
True.
True.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
And I guess realistically, the only way to get him to shut up is to stick his vape in his mouth. So I mean, that works.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And think about it.
God, that's why people are giving
What
him
if we-
money.
What if we actually did make a fundraiser to buy all the vape juice, so there's none left for uni?
That's right. All the
Uh,
supply.
Hey guys, I just have to announce this. We got another
Yes.
PayPal from a bit of tea and Danish.
Yay.
Leo Sam and Agni Nuts and Morton, with our love, $250.
Linda Morton, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
nice.
Thank you,
That pretty well
guys.
puts us where we need to be with the super chat.
Wow. And we just got a super chat from Morton as well.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that being
Morton
said,
and Bit of Tea in Danish, you guys, we love you. You're,
I'm not-
So
you're
awesome.
incredible.
Seriously.
Amazing.
Oh,
Like
I'm
I'm actually tearing up a little bit right now.
thank
I
you.
see.
Not gonna lie.
that's
Hi.
awesome, guys.
This is
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Careful if
Yeah.
you tear up, all the hair on your face is gonna dread.
Ilya did
I-
say that
I
no,
trimmed
she doesn't
my
even
eyebrows
vape, but she'll
earlier.
buy all the vape juice, so
Yeah.
she doesn't care.
All the vape juice.
So
guys.
I did have a
Aw.
story that I wanted to tell, but we've been joking around a lot, and I
Mhm.
enjoyed that too much. And
Yeah.
I am afraid that I will crack up and start crying if I
Aw.
do tell it.
Right.
Tell sad stories.
So do you guys want to hear it? I will tell it if you guys want to hear it.
I kind of do now.
No.
You brought it up.
Really?
Well,
you built all this up? You better tell it
Yeah.
Damn
now.
it, it's just
Leave us
me.
hanging.
I'm just the asshole.
So
You're an
Yeah.
asshole.
most people
That's-
probably don't know this about me, but the way that I got into my community, or into this community, back in the spring of 2019, my mom was dying of cancer. And when I was in the hospital with her, I would go out for a cigarette and pull my cell phone out and watch YouTube videos. And I started to get recommendations. I had watched a few Thunderfoot videos, and that got me into this community basically. So cancer actually brought me into this community. My mom
That's cool.
passing away brought me into this community. And I've been friends with Ilya now for almost a year. And as soon as I heard that she had cancer, the only thing that I could think
Yeah.
of was my mom.
Right.
And Ilya has been an amazing friend to me. She's what I like to call a forever friend. Like, she's not just an online
Aw.
friend. Sure, we
Right.
haven't met in person, but I would move mountains for her. I love her so much, and I really would do anything for her. If I could pay her medical bills, I would. And to see everyone come together and help her out just makes me so happy.
Me too.
$5 says if she's watching, she's crying right now.
Probably she is.
Ah, yeah, she's in the chat.
She said we are at about 2,100 between PayPal and GoFundMe.
We are
So it's not including the super chats.
we may be there with super chats then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're there with the super chats. I'm gonna let it run
yeah.
for at least another 15 minutes here, just to
Okay.
be
Has anyone been
sure.
keeping track of all the super chats?
What's that?
Has anyone been keeping track of the super chats? Like, I know, because I'm not sure if Red is like, if he's even at his computer right now, if he's out doing something. Like, because I know if you're in the studio, it'll tell you all in whatever currency you use. It'll do the conversions for you.
Right. Reds is actually at work now. Otherwise, he'd be able to do that on the fly here. But
yeah. Okay, no worries.
With what I've seen going through in the super chats, it's
I can't do it. Yeah.
It's up there. If
It's
it's
up
not
there.
there, it's
Yeah.
if it's not already past it, it's very close. So
Yeah. You guys, like I said, you're all.
Thank you all.
So it's
You guys are
So
awesome,
much.
guys.
unbelievable.
Bah.
Then yes, next month when I'm down there, we're all gonna party like it's 1999.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my old.
Gonna party like it's in the past.
Yeah.
There was no social distancing in 1999.
I'm gonna
That's
find
right,
my
there
97
wasn't.
Pontiac Firebird and pop in a Metallica CD and bleach my very thinned out bald hair back to blonde.
Yeah.
And
Like
I'll
99.
and I'll cut the front of my hair and keep the long hair at the back.
Oh,
And the best thing is, because I'm so
no.
skinny, I would look so redneck if I did that. Just wearing like a muscle shirt, because any muscle shirt is too big for me. I would totally look like Joe Dirt. It would be pretty
You
awesome.
look like you belong in the
God.
States, yeah.
and I will roll a blunt so big it takes an entire quarter ounce of weed to create it.
Oh, God. You're gonna roll a Cheech and Chong blunt. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
Or
I
it's like,
did.
oh, believe
I went and bought an entire ounce, and I rolled 4
Oh no.
blunts
Wow.
that were a quarter each. I didn't actually roll them. I just took the
Jeez.
cigar and pushed all the tobacco out and left the tube and repacked it with
You
weed.
gotta roll it as a splitter if you're gonna do something like that.
Oh no, you
Yeah.
didn't. Like we
That's a
smoked
little
those
too
things
much.
all night long. Like it took us all night to smoke them.
God.
That
God.
was one of the highest I ever got one time. Was somebody rolled a splitter. It was supposed to be split, you know, between like 3 people at a party, and everybody just wandered off and left me standing there with it. And I'm like, well, I mean,
Oh my God. And it was bigger than you, right?
oh yeah, absolutely.
The guy that taught me how to brew beer one time got this really great idea to go to the poor side of town and buy cheap weed, you know, where you can get like an ounce of weed for like $100. And so he bought that, and instead of putting hops in the beer, he used weed for it.
Oh wow. Okay.
The beer was actually really good because hops is a weed like
True.
marijuana.
Right.
It's a vine where marijuana is a plant, but the flowers are very, very similar. And so the beer tasted like a good beer, but then it made everyone really giggly.
That's awesome.
So if weed ever gets legalized here in North Carolina, maybe I'll open a brewery and start making weed beer.
Weed beer
There you
would
go.
be good. I would buy weed beer.
Oh, it was great.
Okay, I'm doing this as its own layer because I'm gonna have to move this hat around because it's gonna be annoying. I get the feeling that it is going to be an absolute douche bag.
Yeah.
I hope that my drawing has given people something to watch while we've been here, though.
Oh yeah.
I
that's
did
fine.
design it. That's pretty cool.
So, what gave you the idea for that, Jesh?
Mostly I was watching a YouTube channel that does that they were kind of designing their own Pokemon, which I thought was kind of cool, and they brought up that they kind of designed the Pokemon. So they were designing their own starters, and they were like working with the community that they have, and they're artists, and so they were designing their own, and they were basing it off of Mexico and dance and communication. And I was kind of warming up to work on some commission stuff, so I tend to do like a sketch like this just because I'm warming up, because you need to do that. Or at least I need to do that sometimes. And I like doing D&D stuff for funsies, so I figured it'd be kind of fun to do a bard that isn't the classic bard that plays music or sings or plays a guitar. He dances. So this guy does. He's like, so he like kind of half tap dances, half stomp the yard, half does a tango. Because why not?
That's cool.
Hmm. Yeah, I used to draw stuff a lot more back when I was younger. Used to draw like a lot of like Dragon Ball Z stuff and Legend of Zelda stuff.
Nice.
Way back, and I wish I still kept them all. Like, I mean, if I remember correctly, I wasn't that bad. I just don't have any of it anymore.
Takes practice. It's one of those things that if you don't keep doing it, you lose
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
My
Right.
daughter's a
Reasons
good
why I
little
like
artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I like to warm up before I do commission stuff, because if I don't, some days you have it and some days you don't. So
Oh, yeah.
you don't want to necessarily work on commissions on a day where you're just like, I can't draw a straight line today. Whee!
Yeah, I get that. Hmm.
Did you? I remember there was one video. I think I saw it on YouTube a long time ago, and it was like, I think the name of the video was like the most pointless skill in the world, and it was some guy who could draw like a perfect circle, or like perfect to the human eye at least. It was pretty impressive
Oh
to
yeah,
see.
that's a
Oh,
contest.
the guy that draws it on the chalkboard.
Yeah, he just spins his arm around. It's
Yeah.
like a damn near perfect circle.
Yeah, you can actually measure it, and it's pretty perfect.
Yeah.
It's because
So
you extend your arm the whole way, and because your arm doesn't change size, and you just use your rotator, you use your shoulder.
Exactly.
yeah, you just have to learn to do that.
But I think for me, it'd be easier to learn to draw a circle without doing that than to do that. I'd just be like, crack. I'm like, oh, crap, there goes my hip.
So a couple of people in the chat have said they want weed beer. A little Ewan,
Yes.
I'm stealing that idea. So I do mini mash when I brew beer, which is like the extracts. I don't actually do the whole plant. So, you do like 2 ounces of hops. You do 1 ounce when you cook it like 30 minutes in, and then another ounce like 5 minutes before you finish cooking it. The first is the flavoring hops, the second is the bittering hops. When we did the weed beer, we did it as the bittering hops. But I would recommend doing it as the flavoring hops, so you can actually get a little bit of the weed flavor into it instead of just the bitterness.
Right, and
I think that would be better.
I think also cooking weed less time would probably make it a little bit more potent too, because weed tends to break down with heat. So that might be
Yeah,
something to
I
look
didn't really
into.
think about that. But yeah, we did it for the bittering hops, which meant, we boiled it for like 5 minutes in the beer and then let it cool down and put it into the fermenter. And, an ounce of weed made 5.5 gallons or 6 gallons of beer, or whatever it was, like 50 bottles of beer. So it wasn't cheap. With the ingredients and everything, it was like $150 with the super, super cheap weed. But still, it was very good.
And that's not a bad, it's not a bad return on investment. Like, you could share those bottles out with like a whole party.
Oh yeah, well that's what we did. We bottled it and then had people over and didn't tell them that we used weed instead of hops, and everyone at the party got very giggly all of a sudden. And then we told everyone, and they were like, "Oh, that's so awesome!"
I nap for me, like I just post the link again.
Hope no one needed testing for their jobs after that party.
Yeah, well, we all worked at the same place, and our boss was there drinking with us, so I doubt he was going to test.
Right, because then you'd just be like, you
I
were there
get,
too.
I get bowls. Can you imagine going in? Oh, by the way, you're going in for random drug test today. That would
If
be
I was the boss,
awful.
I would have said that. I would have done that.
just to prank him.
Oh yeah.
Well,
And then when you're like, well, you were drinking too, I just say, no, I had 1 or 2 of my own beers that I brought.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, I mean, we smoked weed all the time back then, and we worked at a theater, and We never got drug tested.
Yeah,
No.
they don't
And
do that.
we
in those
hung out
places.
like the people that we worked with were also our closest friends. If I could go back to any moment in my life, it would be like the year and a half that I worked at this theater, because I worked with my best friends doing something that was a lot of fun. And, you know, it was a theater. We did a lot of like dance shows and musical shows and stuff like that. And I really I was the head stagehand for this theater. And I really loved it because I was always backstage. I controlled the fly system. And when we had dance shows, the dancers have quick changes right in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
every time we had a dance show, I got to look at a bunch of naked women. And that was a
wow.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had a dance group from Chicago come in one time. And I remember like looking around and there was this really, really pretty girl. And I actually hit on her a couple of times, and then one night we're doing a show, and I fly in the main curtain, and I turn around, and she's standing there next to me, completely naked. I was like, God, I love this job. And you know, me being the perfect gentleman that I am, I tried not to look. So, like, I turn my head the other way, and then I roll my eyes back to look at her.
That's why you need sunglasses, Quiddies. You need big sunglasses.
Hey, now I know why Corey Hart had that song. I wear my sunglasses at night.
There you go.
It's for Quiddies.
But yeah.
Wait, you didn't know that? He literally says it in the song.
I know.
Well, it's funny, one of the guys I work with, he's really bad for that. Like, you know, if you see someone walking by, you might turn your head and look for a little bit. He'll, like, forget that he's doing anything else or that anything else is going on. He'll just, like, stare until they're out of sight, and you're like, hey, can you tell me this driving? He can poke into the curb a little bit. It's like, hey, come on, pay attention to the road.
No.
So here's a good story. A friend of mine worked with this guy from Germany. Magda, you'll definitely enjoy this. And this guy was in for like 6 months, and we decided we were going to try to get him a girlfriend. So we go to a bar one night, and this German guy, I can't even think of his name now.
Franz.
No.
Hans.
He just stared at women. Like there was no subtlety in anything he did. And, you know, a woman would walk by and he would just follow her with his head. And we tried to tell him that he had to be more subtle about it. And apparently there's not a word in German for subtle.
Yes, there
So
is.
well,
and it's even better.
well, he didn't understand the translation. We'll put it that way.
I was gonna say, we
Or
literally
he purposefully didn't understand the translation.
Yeah. Well, no, he just he didn't know what the word subtle meant. So we tried to explain it to him, and we finally got through to him by calling it invisible womanizing.
Oh God.
And the German word is so close to the English word.
Really?
Sounds like he's just full of shit.
Yeah, it's what, subtil? Yeah.
Subtil.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he couldn't understand that, but I just thought it was hilarious that he understood subtlety
Yeah, he
as
didn't want to.
invisible womanizing.
That sounds good.
But then he learned how to be more subtle.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Way to teach a guy who's basically acting like a predator to not get caught.
Oh God.
Good job.
Oh God.
He was the whitest person I've ever seen in my life, too. Like, he was your basic, you know, blonde hair, blue-eyed German, but his skin was perfectly white. And
Way
the
to
last
teach a
week,
Nazi how to be a predator better.
so the last week he was here, we took him down to Charleston, to the beach, and he's a triathlon. He loves to swim. So we go out in the ocean, and he just starts swimming. And like 30 minutes later, we see him just swim by going the other direction. And then another 30 minutes goes by, we see him swimming back the other direction. He was just swimming like miles and miles and miles. And he didn't know that he was supposed to put on sunscreen.
Oh no.
And like I said,
Okay.
his skin was white. And
Wow.
his skin was red
Ouch.
the rest of the time he was in the United States.
Well, see, I've never met my biological father, but from what I've heard, his side is Polish, and my mom's side is Scottish. So I know that all too well. Like, if I'm outside for more than, like, the only parts of my body that tan are my forearms and my calves. Everything else burns. So, like, even, like my face does, and everything else, I don't usually take my clothes off, like, even at the beach, because I've just burned myself so many times I don't even bother, because I just always forget to reapply sunscreen that often. And like every year I'll go out in spring and I'll be excited because, you know, it's not minus 35 anymore. I'm like, all right, I can go outside in shorts. So I'll go in my hammock for a bit and lie down. I might doze off. I'll wake up like 20 minutes later and like, because my calves aren't tanned yet because it's still spring, right? So they'll be like completely red. That's how they were this spring. And it's funny because I wear shorts at work and I work outside, and I wear socks and all that. So there's a very, very defined line of the red of my calves, then the super pasty white of my feet. And because I broke my leg, my right leg years back, I have a big scar from where they put the metal plates in. So it literally looked like someone had cut off my foot and put on a foot of a really, really pasty white person and sewn it on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you sent a picture, I think, at one point.
I still have the pictures. Oh, maybe I can send it to
Yeah.
Blue. Who wants to see it if I can find it?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
can find it, we'll put it up on the stream.
Yeah, I burn
so I
really
think-
easy too. So
I
think
used to work.
Schrodinger's
Even with
cat
sunscreen.
just donated
used to
some.
work-
I don't know how much.
I
but
used to
just
work for
so
Walt Disney
we're aware.
World. And some of the people from the UK that would come over and just not do the sunscreen thing at all. Like, you
Right.
could always tell. You knew. They all looked like lobsters and they all had Cockney accents. Every last one of them.
Every one of them. That's funny.
Oh, here. This one's great. My skin's even peeling. It's really nasty. It's awesome.
Well,
Great.
I grew up in the South, and I refused to wear sunscreen when I was younger. And
Hmm.
first time that I get sun every spring, I would turn bright red for a day. And then after that, no matter how long I was in the sun, I would just brown.
Yeah.
Like my skin was perfect to be tanned. But then a few years ago, I had this spot under my right eye that started hurting one day. I'd been out in the sun mowing the yard or something, and it got sore. And I went to my skin doctor, and it was pre-cancer.
Okay.
Ugh.
So now I wear a hat and sunscreen.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was not melanoma. What's the other one? The
You
not
probably
so
had
bad.
basal cell carcinoma,
basal
which is what
cell.
I had.
It was pre-cancer basal cell carcinoma.
Yeah, that's the kind that
And-
doesn't spread, by the way.
Yeah, luckily, it was precancerous. So my skin doctor, all she had to do was just get her little liquid nitrogen gun and squirt it a little bit,
There's
and
Punch's
it
foot.
fell off.
Blah. Sorry.
Yeah, the
But
ones
that,
I had
that
had to
was
be.
my cancer scare, and that taught me to use sunscreen.
Yep. The ones I had literally had to be cut out of my skin because
Yeah.
they were that bad.
Chesh,
I
so-
had
Hold on a
So
sec.
Yeah, there's-
wholeheartedly, just watch
Chesh,
yourselves, people.
Hold on a sec. Chesh.
I had more or less the same thing, Quiddies.
That
Also,
was my leg back in the...
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
To RNGD and gaming in the chat, I know not everybody from the UK sounds like they have a Cockney accent, but these particular people all had Cockney accents. These people who just didn't understand the concept of sunscreen for some reason. Like, I don't know what it was about that particular region.
Well,
in the UK,
I mean,
but
England
yeah.
doesn't get sun but like 3 days a year,
Yeah.
so they don't even need sunscreen there.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
need
well-
rain screen.
Well,
they need
but
You
umbrellas.
can still burn through when there's no sun. It was overcast. You
Well,
actually
they're carrying umbrellas. 364 days a year.
Yeah, but do they use them? That's the thing. They just carry them. They're not using them.
Yeah, and also,
Saying.
Schrodinger's cat also did donate $100 as well. So thank you, Schrodinger's cat.
Thank you so much. for-
Schrodinger.
Thank you, Schrodinger.
Schrodinger's
So
awesome.
awesome.
He's done a lot for this community as
He
well.
is
We
the
love
man.
him
People out
so
and-
Oh,
much.
he is.
Yes.
Yes.
I just tagged him, so I know he's there.
So, Cheshire, are you done presenting?
No.
Ash
No?
Scott says Cockney isn't an accent.
Well, I
Whatever
don't
that
know.
means.
They all
Whatever
sounded
makes
like a
sense.
mix between
It's a-
Peaky
No,
Blinder and
Cockney
the
is an
Scots.
accent.
Like
Cockney
a
is an
regional,
accent.
yeah, it's a regional accent, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I
That's the
majored
thing
in
about
theater
the
in
UK,
college,
though.
and I had to take a dialect class. Technically, it's a dialect, not an accent.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
So I had to take a dialects class, and we had to pick for the final. We had to make a speech in our chosen accent, and I was
Okay.
really good at Cockney for some reason. I guess because it's so close to Southern America.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
But I just loved our textbook for that class said that the Cockney dialect came from the land of cocaine where the streets are paved with gold. And I just thought that was perfect.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
these
made
people.
Antonio Banderas if he was a satyr.
I don't like you're sending me a blank screen. I don't know what the heck is
Yeah,
going
that's all
on.
I'm
Yeah.
You reset
Yeah,
it, what the
we're
fuck?
just getting black screen.
On
That's
streams.
why I asked the question, because I was like, I could switch back to the set if you're done.
I stopped and turned it back on. Hold on, I'll
There
stop
we
for
go.
a second again.
Well,
I'll turn it back on
Well,
again.
I love that the set looks like
Maybe you
the.
need to not have me pinned, because it's still showing black on the internal.
yeah.
No,
I mean,
you're presenting on the actual stream. It says Cheshire Vic is presenting.
Yes, it does.
Um,
Okay, now it does.
But I love the set
just
looks like an
fixed.
80s telethon.
Yes.
And I really kind of wanted to have like a talent show to get people to donate money. I thought that
Well-
would have been fun.
We could do like who has the funniest joke.
Well, I was going to sing like "We Are the World" or "Lean on Me" or something like that. Like
Oh,
the most
jeez.
telethon
Yeah.
song I could think of.
Or how about the soundtrack from The Bodyguard? You know, the Whitney Houston one. What's the name of it?
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll always love you.
Can I help you? You want butt scratches?
we need the Dolly Parton version. That came
I hear-
first.
I hear all the dogs howling.
Yeah.
No, my
Dogs
dog's
started
laying right
whining
next
and
to
pawing
me,
at
and
my desk, so
my dog's just snoozing.
I
Next
just want
time,
butt scratches.
vegan atheist is next time Dunk-a-Flurf.
Ah,
Could you imagine trying to give Danny Pratt a bath? It'd be worse than her.
Oh,
He'd be like, no, no.
Oh.
That's why he's watching.
Just
these
imagine the
shows.
smell.
Ah.
You couldn't use water. You'd have to use like ammonia or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
Sulfuric acid.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, because like for everyone that has long hair, they know that when your hair gets a smell in it, whether it's like, you know, from a bonfire or anything that's like, you know,
Oh
stick-
yeah.
once you get in the shower and that water hits your hair, it just that whole smell comes out. So yeah, can you imagine?
Yes.
I mean, luckily
Oh.
Danny Pratt, he's kind of bald, but he looks like he has a lot of body hair, and he probably doesn't manscape at all. So yeah, once the water got there, it'd just be why? I don't know. Someone stop me from talking. This is what happens, and I can't stop.
Stop!
Well, little Ewan says, "How about just seeing Sweet Victory from SpongeBob?" Yeah, I can probably sing that.
That
Man,
we can sing when Ilya has a celebration stream, because she
Yeah,
will
there you go.
kick that cancer in its ass.
Hell yeah, we'll beat the crap out of cancer.
Yo, dog.
Got real quiet there.
Like, have you heard Stand Up for Cancer? We're like, beat cancer's ass instead.
Yeah, and take its wallet and its filling.
Uh-huh. Yep, take its
Yeah.
swallow, mug it. Mm-hmm.
And beat up its children as well.
Yeah, normally we wouldn't advocate that.
What was it?
Morton,
in,
thank you. We
in-
got another super chat from Morton.
Another 100 from
just
Morton.
to pee off Danny Boy.
Just to pee off Danny Boy.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Morton. Really
Hey,
well,
appreciate it.
You know, I was thinking about Ender's Game, where he beats the guy and keeps beating him.
Yeah.
And they ask him why, and he's like, "Well, I won that fight, but then I decided to win all the others too, like the next one and the one after that and the one
Right.
after that."
Hmm.
So that's what we're gonna do with Ilya's cancer. We're gonna kick its ass so hard, we're gonna beat it like 3 more times.
Well, I love. So you guys. I'm sure Chesh at the very least knows. You know the comedian Brent Butt.
Yeah.
No.
He's
No.
Canadian. He is in the show.
Oh, that's why I don't know him.
He's a-
No
he's a-
Wait,
offense.
Canadians can be funny?
There's a Canadian television show that used to be out called Corner Gas, and it's a really funny show. It takes place in a fictional small town in Saskatchewan. He's back when he used to do a lot of stand-up. He had one joke that always was funny. He's like, "Have you ever been to a bar and you hear that one guy make a threat, but it just doesn't really make any sense? Like, you go and you accidentally bump into him, and he's like, 'I'm gonna beat you, asshole from Wednesday.' It's like, what?"
That is like all the troll comments that we get. It's like, as soon as you think about it for longer than 30 seconds, it's like, that makes...
Yeah, you're just putting words together. God, stop doing that. Think before you speak.
It's like a Gary Wybenga copy paste comment.
Yes.
I don't think you what thinking is.
Yes.
So I'm trying to think. I think this beigeish hair is gonna work kind of good. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think.
Okay. Everyone watch and judge.
Watching
That's right.
All the judging.
I'm being as judgmental as I can be.
Do it.
Okay,
Do your worst.
that's good. No, 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 not like that. Wait, never mind. You're good. Wait, no. No.
Your coloring is bad and you should feel bad.
I thought somebody was in the midst of saying, "Wait, Canadians can be funny," and it's like most of the top Canadian comedians in Hollywood are Canadian.
It's true because they're born in Canada, and once they realize that they have talent, they can get money. They go to the States where people actually want to live. The only problem is to live in the States, you have to have money. That's why people stay in Canada if they're born in Canada. Because look how much this freaking costs. See, this is what I'll say. I always rip on the States for their health care and well, it's pretty much it. But everything else they really got over. They have
just our health care.
They have better roads. They have cheaper, better food.
Oh, okay,
We have a worse
hold up on the
president.
roads. Hold on the roads. That's just not a fair comparison. Winter is a thing.
Yes. That's
Have
true.
you ever
guys have
driven
harsh
down
winters up
Lakeshore
there.
Drive in Chicago, though?
All the time.
Because that's the worst road I've ever been on.
Okay, so the worst.
We have bad roads in the mountains
Their
here
fast
near
food
me, so
blows.
yeah.
Well,
American
the worst,
fast food sucks.
well, yeah. In all fairness, I've never really.
Whoa,
tried-
this guy has hair coming out of his ass?
Yeah, he's got a little tail.
Very
You
long.
didn't know that?
Tail.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Hooves.
oh.
Oh,
Where did you
oh.
I
yeah,
thought he
it's-
just had an unnaturally hairy ass for a moment.
Very. Yeah.
He's
Oh, wow,
he's
okay.
an unnatural creature. He's like
That's right.
Well, okay. I'm getting a lot of backlash here. Let me rephrase that. American interstates are a lot better than our highways.
Interstates, yeah.
Because we don't
gotcha.
have interstates. We just have main highways and like provincial highways and all that. And
Mhm.
if you're on the main ones that are upkept, they're usually decent, but they're still not as good as the interstates that I've been on at
It's
least.
because we don't have there's a really big difference between a highway that you pay money to go and drive on and that barely exists in Canada.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. The worst one that I've ever been on is southwest of the city. There's a highway called Highway 23, and once you get to a certain point, first off, it's built on really crappy soft really crappy soft foundation. So once semis and stuff go over it, it falls apart, and And so I was going down it in spring once a couple years ago. And for people that don't get like snow in winter and all that, I don't think they may not be familiar with road restrictions. And so every spring, like in most parts of Canada for sure, once the snow melts and all that, and all the roads the foundation gets really soft from all that, you can only have so much weight on the highways. Otherwise, it'll break the highways and all that just from traffic going over it. And so in spring, the roads are always like the really bad ones are always especially bad here in spring. And one of them, this Highway 23, it was so bad at one point there were potholes, and I'm not sure how deep they were, probably at least a foot if I had to guess, but they were so wide, they were wider than the wheelbase of the truck I was in. I literally had to slow down to a pole on the highway, like going from 60 miles per hour to like 2, because I literally couldn't go over it or around it. I had to go through it on the freaking highway.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's how Lakeshore Drive in Chicago is, because it runs, of course, along the lakeshore.
Yes.
And it gets, feet and feet and feet of snow every year. And that snow gets into every little crack and freezes and cracks it. And so by the spring, there are like, compact car size potholes all over the road. And so that's why Chicago has the whole thing. We only have 2 seasons here, winter and road construction.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's a running joke in Canada also.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for having me on, but I actually have to head out now. But
okay, Red.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Bye, Red.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
See you later, man.
See you guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's funny because Factord always lives, same province as me, and I guess just from talking about the highway, he's like, "Punch you on 23." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, we have highways up here on that go over the mountains from Nevada into California, and you don't even need a sign saying "Welcome to Nevada" because the roads are nice when you cross over.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
places like that in Colorado too. Like you go from Colorado into Kansas, and it's just like oof.
You go, it's like, oh my God, the road is smooth now. This is great. We must be in Nevada. Yeah.
Yeah, but all I can say is, so it is true. I've only driven on a very, very select few roads in the States. But so when you go south of Manitoba down 75, it turns into I-29, I believe, and that's just it basically straddles the border of Minnesota and North Dakota, but it's in North Dakota. Then you take it to Fargo, and then you're taking I-94 from Fargo to Minneapolis, because that's the only interstates I've personally driven on. But those two are amazing. And it's really, it's embarrassing because once you cross, and first off, there are no intersections, controlled or uncontrolled. It's all exit ramps and on ramps, and it's all overpasses. And then the second you hit the border and come back into Canada, when it turns to 75, and the Highway 75 south of the city has been under construction for God knows how long though. But you're going from 120 kilometers an hour in the States down to, which would normally be 110. It goes down to 60 because it's construction, and it's been like that for God knows how long though. And you didn't see any workers or vehicles half the time. It's just closed down and they have pylons up.
That's what they do.
That's just what we do here.
Yeah.
We're gonna put up a bunch of cones just because we can't be bothered to fix it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like lane closed ahead, and it's like 2-3 miles ahead, but they got a lane blocked off anyway, 5 miles back.
Yeah, and I'm all good.
I was gonna say there's a road in Colorado Springs called Powers Boulevard. And if anybody's ever been to Colorado Springs knows that Powers Boulevard has literally been under some kind of construction at one point or another for the past 50 years. It's supposed to be a bypass for Interstate 25. That's what it's actually being set up to be, but it doesn't have. It has a bunch of intersections at some point, and other points it has overpasses and exit ramps and on ramps. And it's taken them forever to get it to the point where we have a bypass through Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Because Interstate 25 is a disaster. And they keep redoing Interstate 25 just to make it so that, it's wider and can handle the traffic. And that means they have to redo every single interchange on I-25. which in turn causes problems with traffic on the side roads, and it's just like, ugh, it's a disaster. So they need it, but it isn't any faster anymore. It's because so many people are using it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I'm all for slowing down when there is a construction crew. That makes sense, and I'm fine with that. But when there's no one up for the next, 5 miles, can it maybe just be the regular speed limit and we can just go until we get to them? Like, is that so much to ask?
Yeah, we have a thing here with construction zones where it's 55, or normal speed limit's like 65 or 70.
Yeah.
And they'll take 55, and a lot of times the construction zone starts way ahead of the actual construction zone.
Yeah, and the construction zones here, there's an increased penalty. It's like $250 if you're caught speeding in them.
Yeah.
Whereas plus the court costs, so
exactly.
$350 to $400 if you're caught speeding in a construction zone.
Yeah.
But then you get into the construction zone and no one is working.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the thing is, here, I'm not sure if it varies province to province, but what I can say for sure is here, if you speed in a construction zone, it's just double the fines are just doubled. I'm not sure if there's an automatic fine, fine that there is, but it's for sure doubled at the very least.
Well, like a normal speeding ticket,
that's
a normal speeding ticket here is only like $25 to $50 basically, but then with court cost and everything, it gets up there around $200 sometimes.
Yeah, especially if you want to go to traffic school to not have it on your insurance too.
Yeah,
you're paying for the traffic school as well for that too. So
it's like 10 times a normal speeding ticket.
Yeah,
you guys
agreed.
Martin Nielsen donated again, or he super chatted again. Shall I read it?
Yes.
Go for it.
Martin Nielsen for 50 Danish kronas or dick dollars. Thank you very much. YouTube, stop censoring fuck and cunt and assnet.
Ass.
Everything ass. Everything else perfect. What?
It's I think you misspelled and.
Oh.
That's what's throwing you off.
It was totally throwing me off. I'm so sorry. English is not my first language.
No problem.
Okay, one more time. YouTube, stop censoring fuck and cunt and ass and everything else perfectly normal words now.
Yes, they are.
Especially on Red Rhetoric's channel.
I don't mind the censoring
and Daniel
of,
Pratt's channel.
Slurs, but none of those words are slurs.
Yeah, and I was gonna say a little trick that I've always done is because with usually the font that they have for anything online, usually a cap or a lowercase L looks the same as a capital I. So if you need to, just change the L out with a capital I, and then you can put it in, and it won't recognize it.
Unethical life pro tips from Punchy.
There you go.
So Golden Unicorn for
Yes,
$5 New Zealand dollars. We love you, Manya. New Zealand elected a female prime minister third time. U.S., when is that happening for you? Well, I can tell you confidently that it will never happen in the U.S. because we don't have a prime minister.
Exactly, we don't. No, we don't have prime ministers.
Well, maybe you should.
And we got to find the best woman
might
to put up there, and that's kind of difficult.
Well,
we haven't found the best man yet to put up in there in the presidency.
Technically, we did elect a female president in 2016.
Oh God!
Technically,
we mean biologically female, honey.
Well, no.
No,
because Hillary Clinton won the popular vote in 2016, but because of the Electoral College, Donald Trump got more Electoral College votes, so he's the president. But he did lose the popular vote.
He lost the popular, but he got the majority of the counties.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
we have a female president, remember?
Yeah. And
I
love the memes before the 2016
you claim her. I'm surprised.
That said, no matter what happens, the leader of the free world is going to be a female in January 2017. It's either going to be Hillary Clinton or Angela Merkel.
Although I have to say, Merkel, a while ago, she announced that more or less she doesn't want to do it anymore. Like
Okay.
like years before, like she's still in her what's the word for that?
Term.
The time
The
in her
term.
term, like years before her terms ended, she was like, actually, I don't want to do this anymore.
I mean, to be fair, Trump was like that when he started.
Yeah.
And now he's like, no, I have to do, so I'm going to go to jail.
South Park, Mr. Garrison, right?
Yeah.
You guys
just happened
actually,
to see-
he tried not to get elected, and they still elected him.
I just happened to see on the GoFundMe that Punchy's roommate donated $150.
See.
So,
So-
I just Frederick, thank you so much.
And I also
You
see
know,
somebody
you're
donated
awesome.
50, an anonymous. So
Okay.
yeah,
So I think we're there. With that being said,
1380 on the GoFundMe.
1380 plus that.
What's the count on the
the PayPal?
PayPal?
PayPal
Big.
was haven't added any more yet, but last time I put it in. Let me look at the receipts.
Anybody who dares
Oh,
think these
okay.
pants are anything but like plasticky leather was wrong.
So it's 250 and 550, and
Anonymous. Okay.
that should be about $800, something like that.
Yeah, there was that $50 PayPal donation as well.
Yeah, that's with the,
So,
the
yeah.
550. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So we're about
Um,
800 for PayPal.
Yeah,
So
1865.
800 and 1300, 2180.
Plus, all
Plus
those super
the
chats.
super chats.
We're there.
Uh,
We are definitely
What?
there.
We gotta be. Yeah.
Right. So
Oh my
Cheshire, thank you for entertaining us with your artwork. I
Yes.
appreciate
That
it.
looks so
Thank
great.
you so
Yeah.
much.
Hopefully
looks
I'll
so
be able
nice.
to help
I do want to
with
save
the
this.
visuals.
I'm scrolling through the list of the people that have donated on
Yes.
GoFundMe,
On
and
GoFundMe, I know.
I recognize so many of these names.
we
And
appreciate all of you for doing that. So
the thing
nice.
is, I don't recognize a lot of the names, and I think that means as much as seeing the
Right.
names that I do recognize.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm same thing, same way.
Oh, excuse me.
But if you would stop presenting Cheshire Vic so we can close out on the end screen.
Just it does. Oh my God! Look at all those. That's so sweet. Oh, thank you guys so much.
Thank
It's amazing.
you.
Yeah, and yeah, we did get $100 as well from Schrodinger, who just sent it via Cash App or one of those American things that, you know, they're little secret money clubs, and none of us get to join the rest of them.
That's actually I sent the PayPal money to Ilya. It was through Cash App.
Yes, yeah, that's why.
Yes.
So basically, yeah. So thank you everyone who
Oh
did
my
donate
God.
to GoFundMe.
So
Thank you so
wonderful.
much, and to everyone who donated through PayPal, to everyone who donated through what was the other one?
GoFundMe.
PayPal, GoFundMe, Cash App,
And
Super
Super
Chat.
Chat.
Oh, Morton, thank
Another
you.
one.
$50
You have gone above and beyond tonight, Morton. We really
Yes.
appreciate
Morton,
it. Oh my
you-
God, you and Linda, thank you so much.
You're definitely +1 in my book after tonight.
Yes,
Oh,
Definitely.
that
God.
was
That's so
phenomenal.
great.
Like you guys have done way more than you should have, and that means the world to all of us.
yes.
Oh yeah.
So I think I'm going to
As you said earlier, Morton, get that bow and arrow so you can eat now.
Yes.
Somebody commented on earlier.
I think I'm going to do this ending of Red's Rhetoric
Okay.
style, since this is Red's
Okay.
Rhetoric's channel. So let me look at our list of participants here. Mr. Victory, say what you got to say and get the fuck out.
Oh, well, I have to say that, Ilya, first off, we love you. We're going to beat this all together, and with the support tonight of this amazing community, definitely we will help you any way we can.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Magda, say what you got to say and get the fuck out.
I want to say thank you so much to the panel. I had a great time, even it was like a sad topic. And thank you 1,000 times to everybody in the chat that showed love, and especially to those who donated money. You literally saved a life with this. And yeah, I love this community, and most of all, I love Ilya. Bye.
Bye. And let's see who's next. Glover Mom, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
Again, thank you all for donating, and especially Linda and Morton Nielsen. You guys have gone way above and beyond, and we really appreciate it. And you are literally helping Ilya beat this. It takes money, it takes positive thinking, it takes a good support system around up somebody for them to beat this. And she's going to beat this. They caught it early enough, and it's going to happen. So we really thank you all. We love you all. Ilya, honey, I love you. We got your back, baby. We got your back.
Yes.
Damn right, video.
All right. And Christ Puncher, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
Oh, I see how it is. You're going with all the women first.
You hush. Anywho, yeah, so not much I can say that hasn't been said, but yes, thank everyone so much. Again, everyone who did just came and supported, everyone who donated, any way they could, everyone who just helped any way they could. It was amazing. And again, a big thank you to everyone who's on the panel. And Red's Rhetoric, again, thank you so much for letting us use your channel for this. That was unbelievable of you. Ilya, I love you. We love you. Everyone loves you. You've done so much for this community, and it's just so nice to be able to finally help you for something you need for once and just kind of show you how much we all care about you.
Awesome. All right. Quitties, the sprinkler, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
All right. Well, everyone knows by now that I have a little running joke about, I go where Ilya tells me to go. I do what Ilya tells me to do. And really, I tell that joke because, I would do anything for her. She's like a sister to me. And seeing all the support from everyone tonight, I love everyone in this call. I love everyone in this chat. You guys all mean the world to me, and so does Ilya, and we're going to kick cancer's ass. I'm not losing you.
Thank you very much, Quitties. Cheshire Vic, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
Who the fuck were all those people?
Is that it?
Yeah, I hope you guys. I hope I was able to entertain you guys. This is a lot of fun. I'm glad we were able to have a lot of fun. And oh my god, the butt hurt. Oh, the butt hurt is going to be beautiful. And Puck wants to say bye too. We'll see you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
And with that, I am going to say goodnight on behalf of Red's Rhetoric and myself. Thank you all in the chat, everybody who donated to Ilya Moon. I believe this will stay up. If it's not going to stay up here, we're also going to probably mirror this over on the Sit Down with Debunkers channel. And leave a link in there for continuing donations because there might be a need for more in the future. But again, we appreciate everybody's support in the chat. We will beat this thing. Ilya, I love you, sweetie. I'm so glad we met back on Jen's Little Corner, her stream. Yes, that's how long I've known Ilya. It's been a long year and a half. And with that, I'm out. Bye, everyone.